Jackie and I met in January 2010. I had a winter break going on, and my friend Carlos, who I knew from high school, invited me to go to church with him. That's where I met you. I remember going to the church, and they introduced me to Jackie. And as soon as after they introduced me, Carlos's sister Carol, you know, she was telling me all these good things about Jackie and how she was single, and you know, just looking over, I was like, wow, you're really pretty. And you know, after church, we ended up going to Jackie's house.
At my house, I had made Carol a carrot cake because her birthday was going to be the next day. And so yeah, I served you a slice of the carrot cake, and we ran out of forks, like regular silver forks. So I ended up giving you a plastic kid's fork, and I'm like, welcome to the family, because actually just tons of kids running around at our house. Yeah, I don't think we talked too much that night.
No.
You were still really shy and didn't say that much.
Well, do you ever know Carlos and his family? They like to make people feel uncomfortable.
Very awkward.
The whole time they were just saying, you know, really good things about us, but it was to the point where they trying to make us feel uncomfortable. Oh, you know, she can bake, and she's pretty too. You know, she does this, and she's pretty too.
Good. He's smart, and he goes to Berkeley. Just, you know, rubbing all that stuff in and making us just feel really awkward and uncomfortable.
Yeah. Ended up going on our, I guess, first date. Group date. They kind of set it up. I mean, everybody was a couple. Everybody that went, they all had a couple. So we ended up going downtown, had some sushi. And I wasn't sure if I should pay or not because we weren't really together.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering about that. I'm like, okay, is he gonna pay for me or am I paying for myself? Like, what's going on here? But
so I didn't pay.
Paid for myself.
You know, finally comes to the point where we're all gonna do our separate things now. And, you know, they're asking me, oh, you know, you should ask Jackie to do something because I don't think she's gonna do anything. She's just gonna go back to the house. And Jackie's gonna deny it, but
yes, I will.
yeah, I go over and ask her, hey, you know, what are you doing later? She's like, oh, you know, nothing. And I was like, hey, do you want to go to the movies? And before I could even finish my statement, it's like, yeah. So I was like, like, you want to go to the movies? Yeah.
I really don't think so. I don't remember that.
But I remember because I was like, she seemed very anxious. But
I think you asked me what movie, and I had no idea. And you're just like, oh, let's go watch Avatar. I hadn't even heard of Avatar. Like, I had no idea what that was. You had already seen it.
I set it up perfectly because there's a certain spot in the movie where you think it's ending, but it doesn't. I kind of strategically placed it in my mind, like, okay, during that point, I'm just gonna go for it, you know? I'm gonna try and grab her hand and see how it goes.
I was texting my mom at that spot, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I was texting her and you're like, stop texting. And I'm like, it's my mom, I have to text her back. So like finally you like take the phone away from me, you like put it away. And that's when you like grab my hand. And it was so sweaty. Really
Well, Jackie's very nervous, so.
You were the one that
her hand was shaking and sweating, and
You were the one sweating.
Our first kiss. So this is all happening, I mean, I'm still on winter break.
In one weekend.
In the same weekend, yeah. And we went on a date, we went bowling and had some dessert, and finally comes to the point where I had to take off to school. And you know, we weren't boyfriend and girlfriend.
We went to Starbucks right before. We had hot chocolate, and we did talk. We agreed that, you know, we both were interested in each other, and you told me I was going to ask you out today, but you had talked to Carlos, and he told you that to wait a bit longer, that it was too soon. So I was kind of bummed a bit, but I was like, okay, well, we haven't even known each other for a week, so it's probably best to wait a bit longer.
I didn't want to be a creeper and just go for a kiss, so I kind of asked her, you know, and can I just get a little kiss? I called it a baby kiss. And she said, yeah. Well, she didn't say yeah. She was like, oh, I don't know. And, Carol said that I shouldn't kiss you. And
She's like, do not kiss him yet. It's too soon. So, Carol and Carlos both agreed it was a bit soon, but they're the ones that were trying to hook us up in the first place. So
when we had a little kiss, I mean, it was...
it's a little peck.
Yeah, a little peck. And yeah, after that, I had to go back to school. So our whole relationship was long distance. I mean, it was just over the phone. I mean, I wouldn't see her for months at a time. But for the most part, it was just over the phone every single day. Semester ended, and you guys had a trip to Cabo, and I decided to go. And so we ended up driving from San Diego all the way to Cabo.
24 hours.
24-hour drive, and it's not just me and her, it's me, her, her whole family of 8. We have little kids, just, are we there yet? We got to Cabo, and it was nice, and that's where we pretty much told each other that we loved each other. We're kind of hanging out by the jacuzzi, and I said it first.
Oh, you were so nervous.
Yeah, I was nervous.
I could tell something was gonna happen.
I was nervous. I was just kind of...
Yeah, we were just hanging out, and he was being really weird and like acting really uncomfortable, and I was okay, something's going on. Either gonna ask me to marry you, or you're gonna tell me you love me something. And yeah, he told me that he loved me.
The proposal. So this proposal, I had a grand plan. I had everything perfect, set it out how I wanted it to be, and it didn't turn out the way I planned it. I mean, I wanted to first go to the place where we had our first meal together, sushi place, and we get there, we drive up, and there's construction right in front of the place, so it's closed, so we weren't actually able to eat there. So I was like, oh, okay, well, let's just go to this little Italian spot. After that, I wanted to go to La Jolla, just ride bicycles, to rent bicycles and just kind of ride around the town and ride by the beach. And we get there around
like 6:30.
Right there, 6:30. The place closes at 7, so we didn't have enough time. Kind of on the fly, I was like, okay, well, let's just go watch the sunset. And so we drive over, and this is a really nice place called La Jolla Cove. And we get there, and there's no parking because everybody's doing the same thing we wanted to do. Kind of blame it on you, because you're in the car just fixing yourself up, and I was like, hey, let's go.
Yeah, it did not take that long.
And well, we just missed it. It must have been like 30 seconds, and we just missed it. We get over there, and the sunset's already done. It's below the ocean. And so I was like, okay, well, that's didn't turn out as I planned it either. Up in the hills, you can see the whole city, and that's where I asked to be my girlfriend. So we go over there, and we drive up, and then the spot's taken, so it wasn't as romantic as I would have liked it to be. So we finally just go somewhere else, and I just say a bunch of nice things about her, and I get down on one knee, and I asked her to be, I asked her to marry me. So it didn't turn out as I'd hoped, but I think all in all, I mean, it was okay.
It's our story.
Yeah.
It's different.
It's different.